So what makes me cranky about the Lego Batman movie? It's racist against dinosaurs. This movie tries to pretend like the T-Rex was the villain of the Jurassic Park movies and therefore deserves banishment to the Phantom Zone with all of the other great movie villains. But everybody knows the T-Rex was actually the hero of the Jurassic Park franchise. It's the people who are the villains, going around messing with splicing genes and locking up dinosaurs in a theme park for their amusement. Then when the Raptors finally decide to get a little payback, it's the T-Rex who uses his superpowers to teleport into that hall and save the pitiful humans from being somebody's dinner. And 20 years later, it's that same T-Rex that has to show up and fight off humanity's genetically engineered Verizon commercial at the end of Jurassic World. So clearly, the only explanation for the T-Rex being put on the side of supervillains is rampant, unabashed dinoism. Check your Homo sapien privilege, Hollywood. But if we put aside Lego Batman's disgusting prejudice against dinosaurs, it's actually a really great movie that's just as much, if not more fun than the first Lego movie. And like how the Lego movie served as a love letter to the little plastic blocks themselves, this movie serves as a love letter to the long and storied history of the Caped Crusader. There are so many hilarious nods to previous Batman films and the various comic book properties in which he's been included that it's really hard to keep up with them most of the time. And I really look forward to watching this movie on Blu-ray so I can pause it and look for all the little Easter eggs I no doubt missed in the theater because they go by just so fast. Despite the fact that it does spend a lot of time calling back to other versions of Batman, there's still that unique semi-parody of Batman the Lego movie introduced, so you don't have to worry that they decided to get all serious all of a sudden. Like Deadpool last year, there's tons of really funny shots fired at the traditional superhero movie cliches starting right from the opening credits, so there's still lots of laughs to be had here. More importantly though, it's a movie with a really good story and genuine character arc for Batman, which is not something you can say about the offerings in the DC cinematic universe to date. It's pretty sad when the Lego Batman is a more interesting and well-developed character than the live-action one in the $400 million franchise tentpole film. I'd say the worst thing about Lego Batman, other than the rampant dinoism of course, is just how completely it embarrasses what Snyder and co have done with the DC live-action films. Not only is it far more entertaining and fun, but it succeeds at having that emotional core and deeper thematic elements that Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and Suicide Squad were desperate to have but failed to deliver. That's because the Lego Batman movie doesn't just randomly throw out religious symbolism and philosophical questions in a haphazard attempt to seem deep. It actually has a message and a theme, and its story revolves around that, and because of that, even though it's fundamentally a goofy kids movie at heart, it still has genuinely touching, transformative moments for its characters. That's what makes it not only a great family movie, but a great movie in general. It's also incredibly pathetic that a movie where Batman fights Sauron and Voldemort felt less ridiculous than the dark and gritty one where he throws down with Superman, even though the whole point of sucking all the light and fun out of it in the first place was to make sure it would be grounded in reality. I think it really illustrates something I talked about in my Man of Steel review, wherein I argued the whole concept of grounded in reality is fundamentally incompatible with characters like Batman and Superman. What you really want is a universe with consistent, identifiable rules, a solid story, and compelling characters you can actually care about. If it weren't for Heath Ledger's incredible performances as the Joker, I'd even go so far as to rank the Lego Batman movie above the entire Dark Knight trilogy. At least the Joker's plan here makes sense and fits his motivations, unlike all of the incredible amounts of stupid that come from Ra's al Ghul, Bane, and most recently Lex Luthor. And while there aren't any Ledger Joker-level performances in Lego Batman, all of the voice actors do a perfectly fine job of making the characters their own. Will Arnett may not be Kevin Conroy, but his Batman is still pretty damn awesome, and I look forward to seeing more of him. And hell, Michael Cera's goofy-ass Robin is a hell of a lot more watchable than Chris O'Donnell, too. I'd certainly take Zach Galifianakis' Joker over Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor every day of the week and twice on Sunday, that's for sure. So as far as I'm concerned, everything is in fact awesome in the Lego Batman movie. They focus a little less on the Lego part, but that stuff is all still there. It's fun, it's funny, it's a great homage to Batman and his history, and it has a good positive message about working together for the kids. It's even got a bit of romance if you're looking for a date movie for Valentine's Day. So along with John Wick 2, this was a great weekend for movies and for sequels as well. So if you weren't busy taking my advice to see John Wick 2 in the theater, feel free to go out and see this one too. Those are my thoughts on the Lego Batman movie. Feel free to drop yours in the comments below. And this is the part where other YouTubers would tell you to like their videos and subscribe to their channels. But I don't have to, because I'm Batman.